Noodles du jour from the disembodied voice. Thank you. Well, hello there. It's Patty with Guinea Things. I'm back for day 129 of our 5-minute in name only exercise encouragement. How are you? I have got a little lovely, I don't know, fluffiness around here with all my new baby hairs, so that's a blessing. I have just finished pedaling for a little over 31 minutes, like 31 and a half minutes. I'm in the studio, which is really exciting, and there is a goat by the door. Let me see if I can share that with you. There's Scamper. I guess that's his emotional support cinder block right there. His little ears. Scamper, look at his gray ears, y'all. That is not a young goat. Oh, he took a deep sigh. Scamper. Yeah, so Scamper's keeping me company, which is really nice of him. I appreciate that. That is a 14-year-old goat. I got that goat because one of my students, whom we will refer to as Bobby, because that is his name, years and years ago, like 2011, I guess now, if Scamper's 14, had a couple of goats. Scamper's brother Dash, we will speak no more of because, but Scamper came to live here. They banded them. They neutered them, I guess is what that means. And they came to live here, and Scamper has lived happily ever after as a really old and sometimes ornery goat. But goats are just that way. You have to respect the process with a goat. So yeah, I pedaled. I had some noodles a little bit earlier. You probably saw that in a clip coming up to this clip in the video. And what else did I have? Have I had a smoothie today?
No,
Am I having one for supper? Yeah. So smoothie, thank you. Smoothie for supper. What else? Tomorrow, the handy helper and I are going rail fanning. We are going to go train spot, watch trains, and that'll be fun. He and I both enjoy that. And who knows, with freight trains, there's no set schedule, so you can't really know when they're going to come through town. You can kind of watch it, and sometimes it's predictable, but we're going to go to a specific place that I'll share with you, hopefully, when we go tomorrow. We have an appointment at 10:30 before that to get some more stuff done for his job application and things, so yeah, just blessed to have quite a bit to do. I don't know what the disembodied voice is going to do tomorrow. What you can do tomorrow? I mean, obviously we'll be together a lot of the time because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. But what else you can do?
it depends on the weather.
Depends on the weather, apparently. So he's been, as you know from yesterday, if you watched the video yesterday, he has mowed. It looks really pretty outside. We're just, I don't know, this little place we live it's a village, and it's really blessed. It's a really magical place. The natural world outside is fantastic. Of course, that's true in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia and the Smoky Mountains and the Blue Ridge Mountains that as they go through as a trail. Did you know the Blue Ridge Mountains are like 1.2 billion years old? They're one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. So when you think about how, and depending on how you feel about all the carbon dating and the dating of rocks by strata and things, but regardless, they've been here a really long time, and they probably used to be like the Himalayas, right? Disembodied voice?
Sorry.
The Blue Ridge Mountains probably used to be kind of like the Himalayas,
Yeah,
right? They were really, really tall. And so what we're seeing now is the diminution, the shrinkage, I guess, of the mountains, and they're still beautiful and gorgeous and big, and they're always very pretty. I mean, it doesn't matter the kind of weather it is, they're always really pretty. And they kind of, because of the trees and the other flora on them, they emanate this sort of blush with the Blue Ridge. It also, there's this like blush emanation that happens at certain times of day when light hits a certain way. It's so lovely. It's ironic, really, because I was born in one of the least elevated places in Louisiana, and I mean practically speaking, where I'm from is like our high point is 126 feet above sea level, and here how far are we above sea level here?
Like 2,500.
About 2,500 feet. So that's a big move in elevation. But it's so funny. I feel like I was born in the mountains. I love the mountains. We were first introduced to living in the mountains when we lived north of Pittsburgh. We lived north of Pittsburgh, right? I'm wrong.
I think it was like,
I'm directionally challenged, y'all.
it was
What was it?
east of it.
East of it.
No, it was east.
The disembodied voice is directionally enhanced, so it's very specific. We were east of it, of Pittsburgh, and we loved going into Pittsburgh. It was so much fun. That's where I first went to an IKEA. They had wonderful used bookstores, and so that was a lot of fun. And when we lived there, I was going to a university in Pennsylvania for my first doctoral work. And when we were there, we were in it's the Alleghenies, I know, but it's the foothills of the Alleghenies. Yeah, the foothills of, I'm checking because my geography and my directional knowledge sometimes is not fantastic. Did I say geology? I meant geography. Whichever one I said, I meant geography. So that was beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really love the mountains. It was really windy. This is one of those places, it was like this in Pennsylvania too, where so in Pennsylvania, to be specific, we were 16 miles outside of Punxsutawney, where the groundhog is, the weather predicting groundhog. And for 16 miles, it took us a long time to get there because it was literally like shwoom, shwoom. I mean, it was like every
It's that
time.
big hill.
Oh, and there was a huge hill there, and it snowed a lot, which I enjoyed. But it was, and they kept it really. It's not like the South when it snows. They kept it really tidy, so you could really go about your business unless the visibility wasn't good, or it was just so cold or the treacherous conditions. But they kept the roads really clear. But one of the fun things too was we would go to Punxsutawney, and the first time we went there, and it's a fun place to be. Like Phil and his wife Philomena live in the library. At least they did when we were there, and they had built them a habitat there. And it was funny because the first time we went to was it called Phil's or Punxsutawney Phil's? It's called Punxsutawney Phil's, to a restaurant called Punxsutawney Phil's, and we didn't really know what to get. We hadn't been there very long, and so the disembodied voice ordered a salad. And it was like, he's not really usually one to order a salad, but he was like, this will be a safe bet. Woo! That was, if you heard anything, that was Scamper making his mood known on the door. He does that sometimes. But he ordered a salad, and when it came, it had, guess what? Y'all, guess what the topping was? Take a moment now to guess what the topping was on the salad. We were in Pennsylvania. It's a topping on a salad. It really made sense once we thought about the history of the place and mining and things like that. It was French fries. French fries on the salad. And we just giggled. I mean, they were good, huh? No, you just had a salad that day, I think. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Maybe you did. But there were French fries on top of it. And that harkens back, apparently, to the habit of people. And this happens in England, too. Like in England, they have these beautiful meat pies that represent what people would have gone to coal mines or to a day of hard labor doing with their lunch, was so that they could have a lot of different kinds of foods, like carbs and protein and whatever, in one batch. They would go ahead and put it in a meat pie, if you're familiar with that. I mean, where I'm from, meat pies are usually spicy. But this was kind of that same thing. They just put a little bit of everything on the salad, and we thought that was fun. So that's a good memory. We had a lot of good memories from Pennsylvania. We made really good friends there. Our neighbors were super good to us, and they had young kids. The handy helper was only 6 when we were there. So we had, he had his neighbor girls to play with, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. And we're having a lot of fun now. What have you been doing today? What are you doing to make yourself feel special and have a little treaty treat? Right? You need a little treaty treat every now and then. What are you also doing to remind yourself how loved you are? It's really important. Don't neglect that, to sit down and think about it, because it helps you to feel blessed, right? And as one of my sociology PhD professors said, we are too blessed to be stressed. I hope that you will know how much I love you. I certainly do. Your Creator loves you immeasurably. Please do go with me in peace and love to serve others. And also, please do pray for Texas, for Gaza, for Ukraine.